This is a general script structure, and it is composed of a while loop with a switch statement inside. And here is a flowchart. The first step is the initialization. It will initialize the variables used to carry values between iterations. Next, it will check the loop condition. And the loop condition is determined by the loop condition expression, which returns a logical value. If this is true, then we move to the while loop. And inside the while loop, there are general 3 steps. One is data input. You can get the data from the user through the keyboard. For example, you use the input function to get the input data, or you can read the data from a data file. Or you can use the data already in the memory, which is in a variable. So after you get the data, then you will do the data processing. Typically, based on the data value, you have different processing methods. So this is how the switch statement is used. After that, you need to output the data. It can be output through the command window, or it can be to write the data to a data file, or you just store the data back to a variable. So this loop will keep running until the loop condition changes to false. At that point, it will exit. This is an exercise related to the general script structure discussed before. It asks to create a script that can perform arithmetic operations on 2 values. It accepts the operator, that is, plus, minus, multiplication, and division, and then the 2 values. And it will output the result. The script will repeat until a non-operator character is entered. So this is the analysis of the script. There are a few steps. The first step is to determine the input data. They are the operator character, which is one of the 4 characters representing addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Also, we need 2 numerical values for the computation. The next step is to determine the output data. It is a computation result. Last, we need to decide how the script will process the data. So here are the steps. First, it will input an operator character and 2 numerical values. And then it will check if the operator is valid. If so, it will do the following. Compute the result based on the operator and the numerical values, and output the result. After that, it will repeat the step and go back to ask for the next operator character. If the operator character is not valid, then it will stop the script. The first step to create the pseudocode is to prepare the head comment. I'm not going to discuss most section of the head comment, except for the last section of variables. Here are the variables we're going to use in the script. The variable operator will contain the character represents the operation. Value 1 and value 2 variables will hold the 2 numerical values. The loop control variable will hold the logical value that will determine if we're going to continue the while loop in the script. And the result will hold the result value of the computation. This is a pseudocode for the script statements. First, it initializes the variable loop control to true, which is used as a loop condition of the following while loop. Next, the while loop will check if the loop control condition is true. If so, it will ask the user to input the operator character and 2 numeric values and store them in the variables operator, value 1, and value 2. Next, it will use a switch statement for the following. If the operator is addition, it computes the sum of the two values and save it in variable result. If the operator is subtraction, it computes the difference of the two values and save it in the variable result. If the operator is multiplication, it computes the product of two values and save it in the variable result. If the operator is division, then it computes the quotient of the two values and save it in the variable result. Otherwise, which means that the operator does not contain the correct character for the operation, then it will set the loop control to false and the variable result to an empty array and printed out an error message. And at this point, the script will check the variable result to see if it is an empty array. If not, it will output the value in the variable result in the command window using the function printf. After that, it will go back to the beginning of the while loop to check the loop condition. The next step is to translate the pseudocode to MATLAB statements.